echo with Shirley said, value. Because value is something inside our mind, inside our body that no one can steal out, except I got my, body situation, something like dementia or something like that, right? So I think we start from value. We start to remind people what is the best or the most common benefit for the society, because everyone will have their views, everyone will have their own benefit, but we have to make a very good balance to make sure that most majority of our society have to be benefit from it. From very good example, like for myself, why I have to make Diamond Cap happen, I must make it happen, sure, because of my mom, but the second thing which really irritating me is about the illegal services.
Right.
I think it's something, okay,
Justice, that's why
it's a kind of justice that you cannot smell, you cannot listen, but you feel it because I'm educated as a civilized, person, educated person. When I see this, okay, these are illegal van, they charge much higher than the normal taxi, though the taxi is not really accessible, but they are legal, they're insured. But now they are transporting the people who are the most vulnerable group of the citizens in Hong Kong. They have no choice. They are arranged by their caregiver.
Right.
So that is a kind of justice I cannot, bear that this is continuous to happen in Hong Kong. So this is the value of me. So until today, somebody, other operators saying Diamond Cap seems successful, but they forget that how tough we are to make this balance, to make the P&L healthy. So that's why they want to use the non-taxi license. They want to use the private car to try the market and then even stir up the discussion to get the support from the public that, we need more car, no matter what kind of license. I think this is a kind of value judgment because they try to use the private car and then give pressure to the government and even stir up the public discussion to buy for them. That is a problem of value. Should we make money in such way? Are you riding on the people to have the sympathy for the wheelchair user and then vote for you to get the license? So I think at the end it's a kind of value, which is the priority for you. For me, priority is the safety, it's the justice. So no matter how hard we are using the high cost license, whatever, operation 24 hours booking, it's very high cost, but still my heart is for the wheelchair user. So this is the value that I really, firm with.
I just want to emphasize another point will be about compliance, because for education, or you just mentioned about business, the basic thing is you need to know what will be the minimum level, the compliance you need to do it, and then on top will be, say for example, total quality management is how can you provide a wow experience to the customer if we're using the business language, right? So you basic comply, and after that then how are we going to give a bad experience? So bad experience will be linked up to sustainability, because right now people are more like educated, and then they will be looking for safety, healthy, hygienic, or maybe even to have some kind of aesthetic environment like prettiness, all those kind of things, right? So you need to engage all those when you design the product. But the thing is, if you look at the teenagers right now, maybe they talk about startup, a business plan, they were looking at how you get the money. But the issue for most of teenagers is they have the money, and after that they cannot sustain. Even though I give you $10,000 to run a business,
the coffee machine.
Yeah, exactly. They cannot make a check and balance, and also how to open a bigger market, and then how to sustain by using the money. And then after 2 or 3 years, most of the time the problem will be they finish using up the government money, the funding, but they cannot sustain the business. They didn't know how to make it sustain, so that will be linked up to the point innovations. So every time you need to make use of, may not be in the module in school, but the thing is, I think we need to have a self-learning skill set based on maybe your networking, how to expand and then learn from each other. Maybe I can learn from you too. So that is, the thing is, how are we training up the teenagers? They can learn by themselves from the exposure or from the experience or from the networking that they are, having around them.
First of all, I always got Shirley's invitation to share in Hanson Management College a few years ago already. And I like to talk and share with the student because this is my very personal thing that I want to transfer my value to the young generation. I think this is the only thing that we can do is to make their value be more firm, to have some justice and really care for the society, for the people they are in need. So if I do not contribute this, it will waste the diamond cap. Actually, we have a lot of social value for this social enterprise. So I really want to reinvest our kind of success to the society. So I am happy to collaborate with academics, especially in longer term.
Right.
We can develop some courses. It's not just one-by-one invitation, sharing talk, maybe
sustain
really,
into a package module.
something like that. I don't know.
Right.
So need you guys to make it as a course that you have to study social enterprise, social entrepreneur, social venture.
Right.
And then becomes normal and not just oh, I know how to run business but don't know how to run social business.
Right.
So you have to become a very normal thing for the student to learn as a school. Actually, it's already very active in the school, like in US,
Right,
UK.
right.
This is something really normal.
They also will have a program, maybe CSI program, and then inside the program they have some kind of site visit with different kind of social entrepreneur.
I think the academic has to chase up because the social issue is getting more complicated.
That is the point I want to point out is about when we design the program or the module has to be demand driven. We need to based on the social issues and then integrate the issues into different kind of discipline so that your program will be changed and then maybe we can develop the skill set of the teenager. In the past, maybe they're like producing the program and then launch into the market, but haven't integrated with some maybe united principle put into there or maybe some compliant rules put into the modules. So at the end, the student they graduate, maybe they are facing two different pictures. One will be, oh, when I study 4 years program, I study all those kind of things. When I graduate, and then I facing a lot of issues from the community. So I will be a kind of gap in between how I'm going to use the skill set that I learned from the university and then apply into the reality because the time is keep on changing so fast, right?
I remember when I quit, I was a journalist, I quit and then to want to make Diamond Cap happen, and then my ex-colleagues would say, how about you just take a course about social work? So the concept is if you go to do some social issue project, then you have to be a social worker. But that is very wrong.
So I think my conclusion will be we need to change by develop awareness, and awareness will be about the issues. We need to start from living down onto the earth. It's not like, oh, we are living up here, or social worker, we need to solve the problem. Social worker is not just need solve a particular issues, but the thing is using your passion, your mindset to have a wider, a broader perspective to look at the community, not just in Hong Kong, but in all over the world, to see how our mindset need to be changed and use the skill set so that we can transfer our knowledge to you for the new generation.
First of all, stay tuned to your mission. That is your value. Why you want to make it happen in Hong Kong, in the world, whatever. So if you don't stick and then sometimes shift, then you cannot make success. Okay. So stick with your mission, stick with your value, and in the journey, if you find some difficulty, challenge, ask those people. They are more senior in the field. They are more open to talk to you,
Right.
or even you search Google or whatever, search the similar case that you are dealing with, and at the end, and I think you will learn, and you will not be a superwoman or superman for the first day, but you have to learn day by day, especially to learn to have the team spirit. I'm really glad to have my team very focused on our mission. So we understand what we are doing. We are really happy what we are doing. That is very good for the entrepreneur to think.
I want to borrow some of the idea from Professor Negiji, Nobel Prize winner 2010 chemistry, and he's our center advisor and also is a good mentor of mine. I think 4 elements are very important for sustainable development. The first thing is about good health. You see right now for about teenager, about their lifestyle, maybe facing with the apps or maybe watching Korean movie. They sleep very late and then maybe get up, late. So that kind of lifestyle may be very sustainable, okay? And the second thing will be about your family. So in Hong Kong, we are facing a lot of issues between the teenagers with the family, with the parental style, and also about your psychological well-being. So I just wonder, number one will be have sustainable lifestyle for healthiness, and also to have a good relationship with the family. And then number three will be what will be the kind of job that you are passionate, that you really love to do it, and then you can apply about your skill set. And the last one will be about hobby. So I think if you can make use of the four elements and then live in a very happy way, the survey just mentioned about, because if you suffer a lot of pressure in study, you cannot do well, okay, in the thing that you need to face. So I think happiness, and then engage yourself into the community, engage yourself into somewhere else that you feel very comfortable, and also confidence. So that will be sustainable development in your career, in your study, all those things.
In the life, actually.
Yeah, right, exactly.